Hi, welcome. I'm Lisa, and this is day 23, and the topic for today is dissolving the ego with the call to joy. So I'm going to ask you today to do an exercise, and you're going to be watching yourself even more closely than ever, and you're going to see today how much the ego slips in through the cracks, and it's been without your awareness. So we're focusing on strengthening the voice for God in you. And you begin to notice there's two voices in you. And there's a part of your mind that's in constant communication with God, whether you're aware of it or not. And this part of your mind is calm, wholly at rest, happy, and in joy. And the other part of your mind is a wild illusion. It's frantic, it's disorganized, it's wholly uncertain, it attacks, it judges. And you're making the distinction now between these two parts of your mind. And the part of your mind that we call the ego is not real. And it dissolves in joy. And so when the ego was made, God placed in your mind the call to joy. And the ego dissolves at this call. So what I'm going to ask you to do today is have a piece of paper, two-sided, and you can rip it out of your journal. And on one side of the paper, I want you to put at the top, when I'm by myself. And on the second side of the paper, I want you to put when I am with other people and out in public. And what I'd like for you to do at the top of the page, when I'm by myself, I want you to write all the things that you can think of when you're by yourself. So waking up, brushing my teeth, using the toilet, taking a shower, taking a bath, cooking, eating meals, getting dressed, watching movies, reading books, driving the car, going outside, exercising. These are just the things that you're doing, just so you can kind of pay attention to what the day looks like. And on the other side, I want you to think about the things you do when you're out in public and when you're with other people. So in conversations, one-on-one, at work, in the grocery store, in classes, in restaurants, at social gatherings, with my husband, my wife, my children, my coworkers, my friends, at church, on the subway, on a plane, on a train, on the phone, on Skype, in the parking lot, out in public. And what I would like for you to do today, because I just want you to see how the mind is on autopilot almost all the time. The ego is constantly thinking about other things rather than being present in the moment. And I want you to see it. So I want you to just all day long take this piece of paper with you and catch yourself. When you wake up in the morning, okay, I'm thinking about a body pain. Write that down. You're brushing your teeth. I'm thinking about the future. Write that down. I'm criticizing myself. I'm gossiping. I'm judging other people. And I want you to just be aware when you're going out in public. I want you to pay attention. So when you're in a conversation with someone, I want you to watch your thoughts while you're talking. So is there a need to be liked, a need to be seen and acknowledged? When you're walking into the grocery store, are you paying attention to that you're in the parking lot, or is your mind already in the grocery store thinking how you have to get out because you have so much to do today? Are you thinking about the past or the future? Just paying attention. And dissolving the ego with the call to joy is so important, and it's amazing. You're going to see that this works. Because every time you're thinking about a thought, you can catch the thought and redirect the energy. So what we're doing right now is we're using that same energy that you're using to criticize yourself, planning, worrying, thinking about the past, thinking about the future, to remembering what you are. You're in that moment, you're brushing your teeth and you're thinking about some problem. You catch yourself and you say, oh, I'm not present. I'm the light of the world. And when you're with other people, you are so present in the moment. There's no future. There's no past. And what I'm asking you to do right now is remember that call to joy. And it is a shift in perception. And instead of criticizing yourself or another person, you're blessing them. This is what healing is. So you're silently doing it for now. And I've asked you to stay in your own backyard for a reason, because the ego will sneak in on this one and suddenly become a spiritual teacher or a healer. And so for right now, I simply ask that when you're with another person, you're blessing them. I see you. I love you. I bless you. I adore you. And what will happen is if there's anything buried in you, it'll come up into your awareness. You'll see, no, I don't love this person. And that's the thing that's the block. And so it's a fast track. And it really is going to allow you to see, what's there buried in you. And I want you to just recognize that anything that's holding you back as a grievance is giving you the effects of sickness, pain, difficulties, and problems. So now you can choose. Do I really want to hang on to this? And we're going to continue with this theme for a couple of days of strengthening God's voice and hearing God's voice. And this becomes the only voice that you will hear. And the ego does dissolve. It's not real. So for right now, it might seem like a lot, watching yourself like a hawk, paying attention all day long. But there's an integration that happens with the energy where you become the love of God. You're being it. You're not constantly having to watch yourself anymore. It's suddenly there's this transformation that occurs and you simply are the love of God. There's not a disconnection now. There's no split mind. It's you just being. You're just here. And you feel the difference. And the ego's not there anymore. And if it slips in occasionally still, you're remembering the call to joy. And instead of thinking about my problems and my pain and my difficulties, that I'm going to bless myself. I'm blessing my brother whom I love. I'm using the energy now to just inspire and heal. And that's it. I wanted to share one final point with you. I got this great letter today from someone who said that she's doing the work. She's wanting to see things differently. And this person sat down at her table and he was angry and really depressed and talking. And she was really determined to see him as a friend and to see that they are one with each other. And he wouldn't stop talking. He was just angry and she didn't like the energy at the table. And she finally got up and she left. And then she wrote, did I do it right? And what should I have done differently? And I said, you did it perfectly. You just sat there and had the willingness to see him as one with you. And I'm always reminded of Jesus as the model for teaching and demonstrating. He always got up and walked away. No guilt, and it's just like, but he did it in love. He didn't hang around, these people that were angry and attacking him. But he didn't get sucked into it either. And I walk away a lot. I say no a lot. But I'm always in that perfect awareness of who I am and who this brother is, whom I love. So you can't do it wrong. If you're remembering and you're training your mind in a systematic way to see everyone as one with you, you're doing it right. And the transformation happens on its own. You're just doing the preparation work for this light to take over. And I'm so happy you're here with me. Have fun watching yourself today with this. And just write everything down. No judgment. You're just watching yourself and seeing how much the mind is not present. It's not in this one place. And when you catch yourself, just redirect the energy to blessing, to healing, to love, to joy. So thank you so much for being here with me. I love you.